Go ahead and call this meeting to order. It is 5:04 on August 26th. Low meeting today, but we do have quorum here, so we'll go ahead and get started. Um, Minutes from July 22nd are in the book, so you're welcome to read those if you wish. Do I have a motion to waive the reading of the minutes? And second, all those in favor? Aye. Kathy, are you in favor as well?
Aye.
Okay.
You can't vote on count.
Right, but you can on this, yes. Seeing no public, we'll skip over public participation. Old business, we didn't have this listed because we just got an update yesterday. We did hear from the judge that our 2-mile jurisdictional line has been taken away. Kathy, do you want to update us on what Tony said?
Tony has still put in for like the mile that we drawed on the map with the attorney of the county. He has not heard back from them, so he was gonna go over and talk to Corey at Plan and Zoning to see if they've even considered it or if it's dead in the water also. But at this point, we don't know about the mile.
Kathy and I think it will be dead because the county is going to take everything they can. So, but I appreciate Tony presenting that for us. So I did, with that be technically right now with the judge's ruling, we have no extraterritorial jurisdiction. And so I did go ahead and call Hutch and texted Lee today to let them know, thank them for their time. You're always welcome here. Tried to be very polite with it, but they're now no longer on the board. The good news, the upside to that is, because we no longer have the extra 2 miles, we don't have to refill those positions. So we'll be a 7-member board instead of a 9-member board. So it is easier to get people for 7 rather than 9 positions. So the small silver lining in that.
Maybe that lowers our quorum.
Correct. So it would be 4 of 7 is now a quorum for us. So unfortunate. Hutch and Lee did great work on here, but that's how it goes, unfortunately. Yeah. But county has done what the county has done, and please pass along to the town council. Thank you for appealing that, because the town didn't have to do that. So it was nice to at least try. So that being said, one thing I did want to talk about under old business, we had put on hold updating the planning and zoning booklet while we waited for that decision, because if we had our 2 miles, then we would need to include some agricultural and a couple different things. Redevelopment has graciously offered to pay an attorney to update that book for us. If you remember, looking back, there were so many errors. One, just even on a grammar standpoint, there were a lot of errors, and then questions as to what was legal, what should be, what is best practice, things like that. We had put it on hold while we waited. Since we've had that ruling, I'd like to go ahead and have Kathy reach back out to the law firm that we talked to and see if we can get that process going. Obviously, we wouldn't do anything. We have to get it approved by redevelopment if they're still willing to pay for it. And then, of course, we have to actually go through the process. But if the board is okay with it, I'd like Kathy to start that process up again.
I agree.
Okay. So I don't think that needs a motion, because we're not spending anything and we're not changing anything. And just to remind everybody, we'll go through it with the lawyer. Kathy, check me if I'm wrong, but I think legally only the town council has to advertise for the changes. I would still like us to advertise and do a public hearing.
Well,
So-
the town council has to adopt everything also.
Okay.
They adopt that book along with plan and zoning. So I would assume it would be nice
Okay,
for both that we could do it all at one time.
I agree.
As a public hearing deal.
Although
but-
I kind of would like to do 2 public hearings, one here and one with council, so that we're above board, transparency. When someone comes to us and says, well, you didn't consult anybody, we're ready and waiting for them to say, well, we had 2 public hearings, completely different. So I wouldn't mind doing that. How much extra is it to advertise for a public hearing? Yeah, rough.
$20,
Okay.
$25. That's
Okay.
not bad. We wouldn't have to publish the book necessarily. We
Right.
could have it just available if
Sure.
anybody wants to see it. We are in process of a new website.
Okay.
We're going in.gov.
Okay.
It's almost there.
Okay.
But once that gets up, I would like to get our ordinances on that website. I would like to get the plan and zoning book on there. And we will definitely have agenda minutes and all that stuff on there. So it would be nice at that point, the new book gets
I agree.
done, or before the public hearing, even maybe the website will be available.
Then, yeah, let's go ahead and plan on, we'll adopt it. We'll do a public hearing and adopt it here. Send it to the town council, ask them to do a public hearing and adoption. That way, anybody who complains, we can clearly point to, we had every bit of the process that we needed, and nobody can say, well, you just did it and didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Because that's, I think, one of our big complaints is, what are the ordinances? What do we know? You know, there's been no input into it. So, okay, then Kathy, go ahead and start reaching back out to that law firm that we did. Gosh, that's been 2 Decembers ago. It's been a hot minute because it was not just last December, was it?
No, 'cause we've had it on hold
For a long time.
most of this.
Mhm.
I
So,
also would like to reach out to Miami County Corey, because at one point he reached out and said they were also looking at redoing theirs.
wouldn't be a bad idea to have.
It'd be kind of nice to see if they did do theirs and he
Yeah.
did it, you know.
Yeah, ours won't
upgraded
match
theirs.
exactly, but there might be some things that we can dovetail in with. And
We are part of Miami
Yeah.
County. It might be nice to
yeah,
see
absolutely.
theirs if they've got it done. And I don't know if they went further with it.
Yep.
He told me they were wanting to.
Nope, I'd say reach out to them.
What's the expected time frame?
It'll be months,
Okay.
because it's probably what, 100 pages, 150 pages. So the lawyer will have to.
I think he's been through a lot of it, though. I
Okay,
think
okay.
he had some
It's on 72.
questions.
Oh, is it just 72? Okay,
72 in here,
well,
yeah.
that's better.
And I mean, there's a lot of blank, oh, yeah, there's a lot of blanks go back, so yeah, sure, he's not that position each.
It won't be quick, while he looks up and makes sure all the Indiana code references are right and has this law changed, and do we even have a section on X, Y, whatever it happens to be. So I would guess several months while he does it, and then it'll be at minimum 2 months because we'll do a public hearing and adoption, and then the council. So it'll just depend on how, I doubt we get it done by December because we don't meet in December.
Yeah.
Council
I
doesn't.
don't think it'll go that quick.
So probably early 26,
Okay.
if I had to
Yeah.
guess. So unless it just falls into place, and I suppose it might if Miami County did do it, and we can piggyback off of
I
theirs.
say if they're already familiar through researching for that handbook, what they did,
Yeah.
and wouldn't have to do so much research for this one.
So could go quickly, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I had under old business. Anything else from the group that I'm forgetting? Okay, new business, we don't really have anything. We did have a couple permits, and I just want to make sure that we list them all so you guys are well aware of what's going on. We had Samantha Samuels, is a new roof permit. Again, Krista has permission to approve those if there's nothing that sticks out to it. And so they had paid, and so she did go ahead and approve that. And then we had 211 East First Street, and that's Saddle Ridge. That's the apartments, or I'm sorry, thank you, trailer park over there. And that's just a new meter for electrical service, and they paid. And then we had the new subdivision. We had another one, 39 Howard Street, lot 18. So
They're out there.
I am not, no.
That's, they are
Oh,
getting,
they are, yes. If you've not driven back there, I'd recommend it. It's starting to look like a subdivision. There's
Yeah,
what,
it's looking
eight houses now?
They're
So-
ready to start the ninth one.
Yes.
that's
So,
better help.
yeah.
This one was the occupancy of one that's
This
already
next to the
up
pond?
and built.
There's still a fun.
39 Howard Street, because it's Ohio Street is the one that loops around.
Howard.
Is Howard, is,
Howard's one of the cul de or so that straight line back to that. I don't know.
I always want to get them backwards, because didn't we go Miami, Grant, Howard?
Miami Grant
So
Howard.
it's the one by the.
Because it butts
Yeah.
up with
One
Howard
that's
County.
outside of it.
Yeah, so, but it's a certificate of occupancy there, so,
Yeah.
but no, it does look, it really does. It's starting to look like a subdivision, so kind of nice to see. So. Any other questions, concerns, old business? New business, things I had forgotten? Okay, then, and quite possibly the quickest meeting ever. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make it.
And a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye. All right, we're adjourned at 5:15. Woohoo.
It just freezes.
You think we glitched? Yeah.
So,